Hello, in this video we will take a look at how can we get a size of the folder including the subfolders and the files. Let's get started. Let's take an example of one folder I have called PowerShell examples. Right click, see the properties, and let's see the size. Size is 33 MB and I have 124 files and around 11 folders overall in this parent folder PowerShell examples. I have one folder, but in that you see I also have some subfolders, some files. Within the folder I also have a folder, some files, right? So this 33 MB is the size of all the folders, subfolders and all the files within that. Okay, let's go ahead, go back to PowerShell and let's see how can we get the overall size of the folder. First we will retrieve get child item. We'll supply the path. Path is PowerShell examples, and we will use something called measure object. Okay, now what do we want to measure? We want to measure the length. Length is the total size, so we'll say length. And what do we want? We want the sum of the length. There are other properties as well, like an average, maximum, minimum, but what we are looking at is sum. So let's go ahead, add sum. Okay, so let's hit run and you get different properties like count, average, sum, maximum, minimum. We are looking for the sum, right? Okay, let's do one thing. Let's store this value into a variable. Let's call it a total size, and let's try to print total size dot, because we have all the other properties. Let us go for the sum. Okay, let's hit run. And you see we are getting 39309 and this is in bytes. Okay, so first what we need to do is let's put them in the bracket, and what you can do is you can convert them into KB by putting 1 KB, divide the bytes by 1 KB. Let's go ahead and you will see it's 38.38. If you convert this into an MB, so you would just need to write 1 MB. If you hit run, you will see 0.03. It's not 33. Why is that? Okay, let's change it back to KB. I will explain. Let's hit run. We have 38.38. Let's go back. If we are directly under the PowerShell examples, and if I select all the files except the folder, let me do the right click. Let's click on property. You will see 38.3 KB. So what this means is it is still not calculating the size of all the folders and subfolders and the files which are part of subfolders with this. So what we need to do, we need to add one more switch of recurse. Okay, so what recurse will do, it will get to all the folders and subfolder and then return the total size. So now if we go ahead and run, you will see it is changed to 33840. That's the size of KB. If you change it to MB, now you will see it is 33.04, which is matching with what we saw in the Windows user interface, right? If you also want to get this in GB, you can do that. Just put 1 GB and you will get the size also in GB. Okay, so I hope this simple example helped you to understand how do you get the overall size of the folder, including the subfolders and all the files that are also part of the subfolders. I thank you for watching the video.